Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman. It's been over 1 long year watching movies bad, strange, and weird, commandeered by Michael. Hi, this is Carl. I'm Mike's friend. I wrote this song. My turn-ons are French poodles, Chinese noodles, and German strudels. You should follow me on Twitter. It's Jokes to Carl. That's the French duh, not the duh. Now let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Michael Spiegel.
Welcome to LWAFLM OYT. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman and Carl. Hi, Carl.
Hey, Mike. Looking forward to today's movie, and it's a real, and it's a new year. Welcome to the new year once again.
I believe this is our second show this month.
Yes.
That's right. Fingers crossed. You are listening to us on mutinyradio.fm every Sunday at 2 p.m. We are sandwiched in between a full day of entertainment. Found Round Sound with Scotto is at noon Pacific Standard Time. Ugly Sundays
After us,
and that they usually go like 4 hours. It's really good.
All
So
right.
check out Mutiny Radio. You can go to mutinyradio.fm. You can subscribe to our podcast feed. Just search for the acronym LWAFLMOYT. Yep. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Did I just say that?
What is the name of the YouTube channel?
Let's watch LWAFLMOYT.
Oh, you know sign language too, like me?
Yeah. Well, someone asked me what my podcast was, and I went, and they punched me in the face. Anyway, so we are excited. Carl is excited. We are watching a really exciting movie on YouTube. We want you to join us. Let us watch a full-length movie. It's a movie that I read about. It's on YouTube. I'm really excited to see this one. We want you to go to YouTube. We want you to find this movie. We want you to listen to us and watch the movie at the same time. If that's too much work, just subscribe to the podcast. Carl takes care of it after our production.
The YouTube channel. Subscribe
what did I say?
to it. The podcast, and it is the same thing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've done the hard work.
Yeah, you actually listened to our podcast, which is hard work in itself. Mutiny Radio is you can go ahead and donate to Mutiny Radio at Mutiny Radio on Venmo.
.fm.
They're on Discord. Carl, I would love for us to hang out on a Sunday afternoon and listen to our show and just take questions from Discord on the Mutiny Radio Discord.
Interesting. We listen to our show in real time, and we stay. Do we show a video of ourselves? No, we just chat.
Whoa. I guess we could just chat, or I don't know what a Discord is, but Mutiny Radio has one, and LWAFLMOYT has its own Discord away from Mommy and Daddy Mutiny Radio. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can check us out there. You can check us out.
Is that the one we'll be on, or will we be on Mutiny?
Maybe we could tell Mutiny, because I don't think Mutiny's kind of barren. So if we spend 2 hours on it, it's going to be there forever. Yeah, maybe we could do it. Maybe we could say, hey, check us out on LWAFLMOYT Discord instead of the Mutiny Radio Discord.
All right. Well, which one do you want to do? You want to do Mutiny because there's.
Well, we could say, hey, we're at Mutiny. I have executive decision. I say we do it the first time on Mutiny, and we clog up their Discord channel with our stuff.
Okay.
And then, keep us star Christine. Anyway, Carl, I'm really excited. What is the movie we are watching this week?
Today we will watch Dead End, 1937. Dead End. 1937. That's what you put in the YouTube search engine. I don't need to tell you how to spell dead or end or 1937 even. But the channel we like is The Immortal Sun.
I was just telling Carl, like, these names on YouTube, they're getting a little cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Well,
we're
if
reaching
the
prime
son is
names.
immortal, does that mean that the father was not immortal, and the
Yeah,
son's kid will not be immortal?
yeah.
So
And
it's the
then right.
immortal son.
Yeah, his kid is probably like 1,000,000 years old right now.
Yeah.
What if
No.
you were immortal now? That would suck. You would miss decades of centuries of, like, enjoyable
Oh
lifetime.
yeah, we missed all the good stuff.
Oh,
I'm
the good stuff.
immortal now.
What? Right before the apocalypse?
Oh,
Fuck! That's why, like, if someone says you could be immortal, I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
too late.
too late."
Uh,
Sure, for 1600s. Okay, well,
Imagine how boring it's going to be when the world destroys itself, like when we are extinct, and you're still around. Why
oh, what a bummer. Oh, you can finally catch up on your TV shows.
did
If there's TV. Oh god, that'd be horrible. Oh, what a horrible thought. Okay, so we want you to go type in Dead End 1937.
Yeah.
Find The Immortal Sun is hosting the movie. Click the link, hit pause, move your timer to 000. We're really excited. Carl has interviewed a celebrity comedian, and that
Yes.
celebrity comedian is going to tell a little bit about his or her life, their life, and then they're going to do the celebrity comedian countdown. And when they say go, you're going to hit the button. Gives you a couple of minutes, find the movie, get yourself ready, meet a new person. Carl, take it away.
Right. Stand by. We're having technical difficulties with your intestines. Don't bogart the Humphrey, dude.
Wait, we're seconds away from that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Celebrity Comedian Countdown, this time with Alex Grubard.
Hello. Hey, I'm Alex. How are you guys? Thanks for having me, Carl.
So we see each other out there on the comedy scene, some open mics, some shows and stuff, but I'm wondering if you're a relocated Philly comic.
I am in one way or the other. Depends how you're asking. I did live in Philadelphia for almost 7 years before moving to Jersey City, New Jersey, which is where I live now, where we're the epicenter of where we're running into each other.
Yes.
The epicenter of the tri-state area, Jersey City. Everybody knows that. Newark thinks they're above us, and New York City, they're down to fifth, I think. It goes Jersey City, Newark, Philly, Long Island, New York. That's how I see things.
That's a unique perspective.
Well, I'm a unique guy. I see the world through rose-colored glasses out here. The town I live in is the coolest. Yeah, I do.
Jersey City.
But I do love it. Yeah, I mean, I loved Philly too. I lived in Philly for almost 7 years. It was phenomenal. What a town.
You're definitely a for real ass comedian who is in the clubs. I mean, you're regular on the circuit of what? Helium, Punchline, Wisecracker. So you're out there. And one of the things I wanted to highlight about your career is an extremely successful show. It has toured the country, and this is Weeding Out the Stoned. It's like a game show. There's one person who's not stoned. I'm seeing here Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, where we're broadcasting out of, LA, Buffalo. Tell me about Weeding Out the Stoned. How did it happen? What's it all about? Where are we going to be next?
Weeding Out the Stoned is the game show of sobriety tests. Like you said, it's a pack of comics. They're all high but one. We play a series of sobriety test games, and after each game, the audience eliminates somebody they think is high to try and leave the sober person left at the end. And everybody wins prizes. So, yeah, it is a game show. I mean, at the time, living in Philly, there were a lot of I started the show in 2015, but I had started other game shows like the year before. I did this show called Curses, the game show of swears, obscenities, and censorship. I did another show called Electile Dysfunction that was an entire political season inside of 90 minutes. So it was like, you announce your candidacy over the internet, you make a campaign video, the show happens, we air the campaign video, they come out, they make speeches throwing their hat in the ring, then we do a debate, we do questions, then they go out, we do a vote, then they come out and do concession speeches and victory speech. It was both of those shows were fun, and they would start to get a little press, like local press. But then we did Weeding Out the Stone, and it was just like, oh, this is an instant hit. We're instantly selling out. How that all those kinds of shows happen. So a lot of people were doing gimmicky shows, like high concept, quote unquote, talk shows, game shows, variety shows.
Right.
And these two people like Kate Bamford and Aaron Evans, they decided to throw a festival. Like I said, they just happened. And so they threw a festival called $5 Comedy Week. And it was 30 brand new shows. Every show is $5 for a week. So like 4 shows a night.
Gotcha.
So, I did like these things are happening around that time. The third $5 comedy week is when I pitched Weeding Out the Stone. Because truth is, I also realized as a guy who had lived in New York as a 22-year-old, I'm like, these festivals don't just fall out of the sky like this. That's like a really cool, fun thing. You can they give you a percentage of the door. It's in this town I live in. I don't have to travel, and it costs nothing to submit. So I was like, I'm just going to submit all the time. And really, I mean, I'm not kidding. I just was in the bathroom. Every time I was in the bathroom, I'm just rattling off show ideas to them, just firing them off on my phone. I'm just like, ratemyprofessor.com, the show, the Tumblr show, the Twitter show, whatever. And so like, I mean, million little ideas like that. And it was super fun. I thought it was so fun to like think of them, world's strongest magician, just whatever. Throw something at the wall. Because they even did things that were like the bit show, where it would be like a series of shorter shows. So it'd be like a 10-minute show, then a 9-minute show, then an 8-minute show. And so sometimes like I would one time just submitted like the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was just like guys in Eagles jerseys playing Eagles songs.
Okay. That's interesting.
Exactly. So it's like a lot of bits. I did a bit that I actually turned into a Weeding Out the Stone game. It was a bit show. It was like a 3-minute show. It was called Helium Comedy Club. Helium was a big club in Philly. He is still. But it was just comics take some helium. They just like, suck in helium and then tell a joke. Helium Comedy Club. So it was like, and there were tons of shows like that. So the bit show was always like, it doesn't even have to be a real show. You don't have to do it for an hour. You can do the thing on this other thing for 2 minutes, and it's just a gag.
It's a bit part of the Weeding Out the Stone.
And then it becomes and then I got, thinking things like that. I got better at thinking of games and writing a run of show and writing a press kit and putting all these things out so you can actually book venues. And, I think having your own show, I think of it like having my own TV show, even though it's obviously not on TV and not for nothing. It's hard. It's hard to put a huge production on, essentially a big production that's being filmed for nothing. But you figure it out, DIY or die.
It's because you love it.
I love it. I mean, I love the game show thing. I think they're super fun. At the time, around all this time was going on, I definitely had this thought in my head of like, what is since the internet is getting bigger and streaming platforms and etc. And this is 7-8 years ago I'm talking about. I was like, well, what's a show that just because of what it is, it can't air on television. It has to air on the internet. So I was like, a show about curse words, And then I kind of got to, a show about marijuana, about cannabis and that kind of stuff. Like I said, it was an instant hit. And I had already been doing game shows like once a month, like all year. So then I was just like, insert Weeding Out the Stone into this monthly slot at this venue. Only got bigger and bigger, it was nuts. So that's Weeding. And Weeding's still going. I've got a show December 3rd in New York City, and I'll go on tour again next April, and all that kind of stuff.
April seems to be the month for it, right?
April
is the Weeding Out the Stone month. It has been.
It's kind of one of those, like, I can't do enough shows in April, and then like May is like fine. By the summer, honestly, like college kids are like home, and it's a little like it's not our season. But then back in the fall, it's pretty good. But April, it just builds to April. It's like it's ridiculous.
Now, you mentioned Helium. It's a huge club, but it's also where you recorded your comedy special. They invited you to do it. Let me teach you how to distill gin. What a weird title. Let me teach you how to distill gin. Is that a bit of yours, or how did that become the title of it?
Yeah, that's a joke of mine, and I just thought it would be. I was, talking to another comic and like throwing ideas for the title at him, and it's a good buddy of mine. I was like the only one he liked out of the titles. Perfect. I think I was probably trying to be a little too. I kind of almost wish I titled it just Gin, or something, or whatever. I don't know, because it is long. But it's
Let me teach you how to distill gin. Now it's
Who
regularly
cares?
played on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
What channel is it on? One of
So
the comedy channels?
again, yeah, I mean, I forget exactly. There's like 5 of them. There's Comedy USA, and I have some tracks that are explicit and some that aren't. So it's
Uh-huh.
like the way that that works, from my understanding, is like there's Raw Dog, there's Comedy
Yes.
USA. Raw Dog does, they will play dirty stuff. Comedy USA doesn't. There's a couple of others, I think.
Mhm.
I think there's 5. That play comedy regularly, and they do things like seasonally sometimes. So like I have some college stuff that I think gets played around the college, like going back to college stuff. Since I
Mhm.
went back to college, you know,
You did.
we got a lot of material on that, and that stuff is pretty clean. So like I've got, it's like a third of my track is kind of explicit, and the rest is pretty clean.
Okay, now Alex Grubard, Grubard, Grubard.
AlexGrubard.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Alex Grubard. I'm Alex Grubard on like
Everything?
everything. Yeah, I've got, a link tree, all that kind of stuff. But if you just go to AlexGrubard.com or find me on Instagram, you probably find everything pretty easily for just straight
Yeah.
up me. And then there's weedingoutthestone.com, and there's a Weeding Out the Stone account for like also everything. You can follow me or Weeding Out the Stone on bands in town even, and find out
Uh-huh.
when I've got shows for either one. There's, I've got just accounts out there with
Yeah.
just pretty straightforward
But if there's
directing
one
info.
place, is it alexgrubard.com?
AlexGrubard.com, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay. And you'll
Yeah.
find everything else there.
Yeah, all my social media are like there, and yeah, totally.
Okay, now, Alex Grubard. Everyone at home is poised to press play at the exact same time we do here in the studio. We're all going to watch this YouTube movie together. So why don't you go ahead, Alex Grubard, and give us that celebrity comedian countdown.
All right. Here we go. All right. Thanks for having me, by the way. Guys, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you, celebrity comedian, for the celebrity comedian countdown. Thank you, Samuel Goodwin, for presenting this film.
Now, this isn't Goldwyn Mayer era. This is before the merger.
This is before Mayer.
Samuel Goldwyn was completely active on this film, producing it.
Samuel Golden Miner. Well, there's a Samuel Golden production movie house. Like there's a movie production company called Samuel Goodwin, I believe.
You see how Humphrey Bogart was listed first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that means we're watching not the first release. When the first release came out, Claire, I forget her name. She's not in front of me right now. She had top billing, and it was not cool. So they fixed it in later releases.
What, he became like a superstar 2 seconds later, and they're like,
Well,
oh shit.
Yeah, he had already been a superstar. He had done another film. It's not right in front of me right now, but he had done another film in which he was a gangster. And so they just said, hey, he'd be good for this. And he just got it because it was easy. He had already had some success. Okay, here's our setup.
New York ended the river for many the years. The dirty banks of the East River was lined with the tenements of the poor. Then the rich, discovering the river traffic was picturesque, moved into the houses eastward. I said it right, picturesque.
Picturesque.
And now the terraces of these great apartment houses look down in the windows of the tenement poor. Well, it's not a very good job of gentrification if you get to look down at the tenement poor. Maybe that's what you want. Like you literally look down on the poor.
Well, you'll see in this film, they literally look down on the poor. Now, what we're seeing right now is an extremely elaborate movie set.
Interesting. They built those flannels?
Yeah, they were going to do this, of course, on location in Manhattan. You see, this started as a play, so but what we're looking at right now, that's a painting in the background. It really is a big lot. Now, this lot would get they would throw garbage. You see how clean it looks right now?
Ish, yeah.
Well, the thing is, Mayer would walk around. Goldwyn Mayer would walk.
Oh, look at them. There's the fancy pants.
Good old Sam. Yeah, he would say, like, clean up this set. And the director's like, it's a slum. So every night he would go and clean it up himself personally. And he insisted that the opening.
This guy is sleeping on the wrong side of the docks.
Not the tracks, the docks.
Yeah, like you can tell this is a miniature because there's a Lionel train behind it. That's
Now
a big
there's
building.
the Richie Rich apartment building, and in front of him where he's walking is like a tenement building.
Didn't Richie Rich have a friend who's like his little poor friend?
I read
don't
a lot of
remember.
Richie Rich, but I don't remember that.
All I remember is Jackie Joker. Is that a problem? He had a comedian friend.
Poory poor.
Poory poor. The little poor boy. Rich
Okay,
boy.
so now we're going to get a little slice of life in the poor people tenement thing. And
now this hey, watch it. I'm going through garbage here. Oh, there's Oscar.
Now he's going to pretend that a bug gets on him, and we'll really see real life bugs later. Oh, here's the rich contrast.
Oh, that's their aquarium.
It's
a bird cage.
Bird, yeah.
Get it, Carl? They're in a prison.
Now look how they literally look down on the tenements.
Yeah.
Now that's a bad balcony as an example because it's so low to the ground, but they'll get into a scuffle with the rich boy there. Now who will? The Dead End Gang!
Now, one of the reasons why I was really excited to see this movie is because the Dead End Gang made about, 150 million movies.
They made, 60.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was like 60. And
60 movies in 20 years.
Yeah, well, I remember there was like a fake one, and then one that would have one of the originals. Like, there's a couple of people in this movie.
It broke off. There was 3 groups. There were the Dead End. There were 4. There was the Dead End Kids. We're seeing them right now. We'll see them in 8 movies. The Little Tough Guys, the East Side Kids, and the Bowery Boys. So they went through different phases.
Now, this guy right here, the little Jughead, he's like in every single one, right? Like he's the glue.
He is that. Well, Spit is the glue, and to his left there is Dippy, and he's glue too. If you don't have those two, one of those two, you might as well not make a Bowery Boys movie.
What fascinates me about the Bowery Boys is that it's just like funny, broad slapstick. It's 50 minutes of your comedy pals fucking around,
right?
But it was based on this really serious play
that we're watching right now.
Yeah,
this is the first one.
Uh-oh.
That's just a new kid who moved in. This kid here is TJ. He's one of the coolest ones.
I want you to meet my kid, Samuel Goodwin Jr. Treat him right.
That's Milty.
All right.
Spit it. Okay. Sitting down, hanging in the middle of, he's getting his pointed at right now.
Yeah.
That's Dippy. And then, now he didn't play Spit in the Broadway play, but okay, I'll just tell you, Spit's name is Leo Gorsey, and he's one of the faces you see all the time. And the other one was Hunts Howe. Hunts Howe.
That's right. He was the big one too. Like that guy, like if he wasn't in it, it's no point.
Right. You needed to have one of those two. The other ones were familiar faces, but less so.
Carl, I was listening to the commentary track on Surf 2, the Vinegar Syndrome, and one of the people who wrote the punk rock movie guide was saying that they liked the surfers because they reminded them of the Bowery Boys.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, that's kind of the sentiment I was trying to express. Like they look like kids like I would want to look like, like I'm a cool kid.
Right. Cool and poor.
Well, even like little girl got her hat sideways. She came up with that.
Now, the kid in Charlie Chan, the little kid, he will appear in this. Now, I don't think he's the one sitting in the... Okay, here's Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is he's just a regular kid. He doesn't want to drink this crappy milk either. Mwah.
Mwah.
And she's like, speaking French, Junior. She's like a teacher more than a mom. She's like...
Doesn't she have to like help the rebel fight Darth Vader?
No, because of her hair.
Their hair.
Okay, now we are meeting one of our main characters. Okay, she is, well, in the thing, she's Drina Gordon. This is Sylvia Sidney, and you might know her from Beetlejuice if you look at her face.
She was top billed until Bogart got all pissy.
No. Oh, really? Is that
No,
right?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think so. No, she had a great long career. I'm just saying in our
Who was she?
world,
So was she a dead person? Was she the grandparents?
yeah, in the afterlife, she was like a caseworker explaining, okay, you two are dead. Remember, she had that gravelly voice. That was from all the smoking.
Yeah.
Right now, she has a beautiful, pretty voice. She had dozens of leading roles in the 30s. And then less so as the years went on. But then she was in the pilot of WKRP in Cincinnati. She was on Fantasy Island. She was in Mars Attacks. You remember the woman who was like, they killed Congress? That's her.
Oh, very nice. Tim Burton likes her. Here
Yeah,
we go.
she
A little
had a nice
alleyway
mouth.
talk. Carl, you remember when we would hang out in the fire extinguishers and yell at each other across the
Fire
Hey,
escapes.
Carl, how's it going? And our neighbors were like, will you guys shut up? Use the phone.
We'll get a lot of that in this film. We won't get the shut up part. We'll just get the nice, we're all connected as a community. Now, look, that's Rival Girlfriend. Rival Girlfriend. They're talking about Dave. Dave missed you last night. Yes, I came in late, I did. I tell you, I came in very, very late, I did. Then she's looking at Rival Girlfriend. Well, she went out with that rich woman.
Oh, no.
Hey, what do you say?
It's your turn for buggy pushing. I've been buggy pushing all afternoon.
I tell you, Mike, you got to let him hear the voice. You got to let him hear the voice every now and again, you see?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, absolutely.
Who's that new kid over there?
Yeah. I loved you at Brick. You were great at Third Rock for the Sun. Joseph Levitt.
You got it all wrong in Newsies, see?
Yeah.
Make it louder for the audience. Make it louder.
All right. Hang on. Studio problem.
You want to be in the gang, you got to give us a quarter. He's like, all I have is 3 cents.
Yeah. Honest, thank you. You don't have to lie. You want to blow this gang, gotta have a quarter.
You gotta have a quarter, see?
You're old lady. She wouldn't give me no quarter. Well, you know what? She keeps it dough, don't you?
You could steal it. And he goes, forget it. You guys agree.
My 3 cents. I don't want to hang out with you.
Go on with you.
My 3 cents.
Hey,
boys.
You know how much 3 cents is worth? 3 cents in 1937 is worth in 1937? Oh, they did the old leapfrog trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always have an audience.
Now, look, he's throwing garbage on him. Now, who's watching?
The evil developers?
It's Humphrey Bogart.
What, that little guy? That little shrimp there? Hey, it's great. I'm back in the is he back in the neighborhood?
Now she's like, get off. She's the good one defending. Now, that's her little brother. You think it's funny? You think it's funny? Lady, you're scaring me to death.
Is he Italian?
No.
Tommy, I ain't gone. You? Not me. Don't look at me. You? I ain't got it. God, give it back to us. Yeah.
Yeah, spit.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, give it back to him, spit.
Spit it up, spit. Now, you see how physical? I mean, it was a different time. You don't just go around being in people's face, pushing them, smacking. It's not just because it was a movie.
You think, well, I mean, like they're hotheads. They're teenage hotheads.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's much different than, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe thugs would be doing that to each other. I don't know.
You know, it's strange. We've watched movies like Street People that took place in present day.
Yes.
And if you remember, there was a guy sitting on the pier in Sausalito or what have you. And Roger Moore comes up from behind and grabs the gun he happened to have lying on the pier.
Yep.
One of 2 guns. And it's one of those moments where you're like, do we really carry guns like that in the 70s or just in the movies, you know? And I see that with the violence too. Like,
now this is Dave, and Dave, we've seen a lot on LWAFL MOYT. He was in The Most Dangerous Game.
Oh, really?
He was the hero, and we just saw in Come and Get It last episode.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I remember him from The Most Dangerous Game.
He was the son. Who fell in love with the Francis Farmer.
That's right. Come and get it. Come and get it.
All they're saying here is like, why didn't you come out and meet this rich girl? I want you to meet her. You know, I was telling her all about when we were kids. Now, it's not implied really that she's a girlfriend. But, you know, I mean, it's heading that way. Right now, we're just learning about how poor she is, how she's in a union, how they're picketing. Oh, there's rich girl.
Ooh, and she just blew a kiss.
Yeah, rich girl is not interesting in real life. Her name's Wendy Berry. Kay Burton, she's playing rich girl. And she was a British film actor. She was in American things, but she was mostly British. And
she's been moving into American neighborhoods, gentrifying it, kicking it out the neighborhood. Oh, yeah, we got the pier. We could go swimming.
Yeah, now they go into the Hudson River. Are we on? No, I think we're on the east.
This is Manhattan. I mean, it's not really New York, but
yeah, but we're definitely in a real place in Manhattan. I'll come back to where we are. I think it's the East River. He is talking now. This is Babyface, not Babyface Nelson, right? It's Babyface Martin, and you know they did it because of Babyface Nelson.
Also, Humphrey Bogart. I mean, he's a classic gangster. Why not call him Babyface? He looks insanely young too.
Well,
let me see if I can get his voice going because I can't believe it's him.
Second door. Tell the old lady there, a friend wants to see her.
Okay, boy, okay.
He's such a strange actor. You know, like he doesn't look like he connects to people at all.
I know, and it kind of, I don't know. It was.
You know, people like
died young too. He went away. He was like 58 or something weird. I'll look it up here.
He does the Vince Vaughn mumble. He does like the kind of Mae West mumble, the WC. Like his cadence is off for movies.
See, he had just done this other gangster movie, and that's why they picked him. Now, the Maltese Falcon hasn't come yet. That's going to make him
that's the big one. Yeah. Oh, and wasn't Casablanca the same year? 39, actually.
No, I doubt it. No, I don't think so.
41.
High Sierra was 41. The Maltese Falcon was 41. And they, you know, he became a superstar from that. 46 was the big. Where is?
It's probably 45. They probably rushed it out at the end of the war.
Right.
I don't remember. Who knows?
But it was definitely not now because he wasn't that big actor yet.
I
guess I didn't write it down because I figure everybody knows him, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so what we're learning here is Babyface was out west doing his crimes, and he had plastic surgery, and he's decided to come back here one more time before he's going off back to the west to see his mom and to see his old girlfriend. That is his thug, by the way, the guy he just chased away.
Yeah.
He's meeting Dave, who was like a childhood friend, but not really a friend, just an acquaintance, one of the neighborhood kids. Why don't you give a listen a second?
Okay, let me see where I placed it.
She moved away a long time ago.
The remote.
Well, you're getting to be quite a headliner, huh? All over the newspapers. Should you be around here?
I ain't here, I'm out west. I got kind of a yen to see my old lady and Francie. You know, I ain't seen my mother in 10 years.
Now, God bless Humphrey Bogart, but if this was a true Bowery Boys movie, there'd be no other adults talking for more than 20 seconds.
No, it would all be pranks on rival gangs.
Yeah.
Or it would be,
who are you pushing?
The landlord.
You know how many times someone got pushed in these movies?
Bowery Boys plots would be like, my mother got ripped off. Who did it, see? Let's find out. I bet you it was Charlie Parker. Let's check it out. You know, and then they would go get the stuff back. And at the end of the film, see, all's well that ends well there, Satch. Shut up, Flo.
I would have loved to have been in a movie house where they had like a 50-minute like B movie. Like you would go and you would see Tender as the Night with, you know, everybody shit. I heard that Hal Hunt's,
You would see the main feature, but they always did that. And I was just like 4 or 5 years old when they used to do that. they would show the main feature, but then they would have this like featurette thing, like a night, I don't know, it could be 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then it would be a cartoon.
Right.
We're too young for that, I guess so.
They did revivals, they would do like, hey, we're bringing back, we'll have serials and we'll have cartoons, and and they still offer, like, I know the retro houses around here, they have Saturday morning cartoons, for the kids, matinee shows.
They
Hey,
used to have little events too. There was some good film with Roseanne's husband.
Tom Arnold? Not personally.
No, not Arnold in The Conners.
Oh, Dan. John Goodman? No, not
Okay,
personally
yeah.
either.
John Goodman was in some movie in which he was like, he took on a movie house and he started
Matinee.
with popcorn and
Yeah.
that's a good trip back. Okay, now they're gonna bother the rich kid. Let's listen.
Okay. Hey.
I can name all the presidents of the United States. Can you? So what? People can't even swim. That's how much you know. We have a pool in there and an instructor, and I go in swimming every day. A pool in the house?
Baloney. You can't have a pool
In
inside.
there, it's dirty. Dirty.
Doherty.
Says dirty.
He said doity. I know I said dirty.
Doity.
No, I didn't say doity. I said you're dirty.
I have an instructor up here, and I have English lessons every day. It is dirty. Shut your doity mouth.
Don't make me speak French.
Now, he says, my uncle is a judge. And that's important later because the father is the brother of a judge. And we'll talk about it when it's time.
Hopefully it's Judge Dredd. My fingers are crossed.
No, that's
no shit.
Is Judge Dredd
it's a British cartoon that's been around for decades.
Alone?
Yeah, okay. They did a 90s version, and his sidekick. Yeah.
Again, that's Hunt's Hal. Of course,
this guy right here
in New York City. Yeah, this is Dippy, and he's one of the ones you got to have if you're going to have a movie.
I was reading there's like one movie they did where one of the main guys was visibly drunk on screen.
Oh, well, that's no surprise. You see, Goldwyn bought the rights to this, and he loved these guys, and he flew them out to be in the movie, and he immediately regretted it because they would fuck around in the studio, like running up and down the halls, knocking things over. It's funny. He immediately, the boys ran wild through the studio, destroying property, crashing a truck through the wall of the soundstage. Afterwards, Goldwyn decided not to employ the boys again and sold their contracts to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's right. Because they did 6 movies as the Dead Kids. They had this stony little film.
Yeah,
and then they weren't like individuals. They were listed. The actors will be listed, and they'll be listed. The Dead End Kids.
Right.
So strange. They're not even a musical number.
Not even a musical number. This one is Tommy. And okay, well, he just ran away.
Yeah.
Okay,
no Hudson Hawk.
Rich girl talks to poor potential boyfriend.
Oh,
hello there, lady.
I didn't smell your perfume when you came in.
So this was a play that ran for 3 years. It had almost 700 performances.
Wow.
And this Samuel Goldwyn bought it for $165,000, which was so much. It was about $3 million, according to the internet today. It was huge success on Broadway. That's the 20th Century Fox wanted it, RKO wanted it, and Samuel Goldwyn just gave him the money. And he, they wanted to shoot it out there, but he was dead set against it. He wanted a controlled environment and a soundstage.
So it was a genuine New York. It was a play about the experience of New York City.
Yes.
And Hollywood shot it in Hollywood.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. William Wyler, he's our director. This director did Ben-Hur. This director did Funny Girl.
Yeah, he's Wyler.
He's Wyler. William Wyler wanted to do it on the streets of New York. Samuel insisted, blah, blah, blah. The most convincing and elaborate sets in film history. That's an opinion, sounds like.
Yeah, sure. No one's seen Super Mario Brothers. That was pretty impressive.
When producer Samuel Goldwyn visited the huge set constructed for the film, a very detailed depiction of a New York slum, he shouted, "Why do directors want these slums to be so dirty? Clean it up!" He was eventually persuaded by the director that very few people live in a clean slum, and it would hurt the picture's credibility if it was a nice place to live. So William Wyler directed the property man to litter the set with real garbage to create the appropriate slum atmosphere. The disturbed and fastidious Samuel Goldwyn, who would pick up the garbage after shooting, would stop for the day. Damn it, Sam. Now we got to spread out the garbage again. Okay. The stage directions of the play indicate that Rockefeller Center can be seen in the distance. It's around 50th Street Piers of Manhattan. Now, that sounds like the West Side to me, but
right.
It was the corner of East 53rd Street and the East River. So it is the East River. And today, Sutton Place South runs north East 53rd Street at the corner. Today, it's like exit 11 of FDR Drive.
I was going to say, Carl, you being a native New Yorker,
yes,
a proud native New Yorker who rubs it in you rub that fact in every Jersey boy's face, right? Oh, excuse me, I was born in New
York, in Manhattan. I said
Manhattan, yeah, not Brooklyn.
No, the truth is I was born in Washington, D.C., and I've been a Jersey boy since I was 3 years old. But yes, I grew up on the mean streets of New York. That's why I'm a project manager. I grew up in the projects.
That's right. And you had software. So where's the Bowery and where's here right now?
In real life?
Yeah,
the Bowery is way downtown. Do you remember CBGB's?
Sure. I went there.
The Bowery. So what you would do is go down Fifth Avenue. Actually, no, Washington Square is in your way. I guess you would go down like 10th Avenue. And I don't know, the Bowery's kind of over on the east side, but downtown it gets tight. So
this is the east side. You were saying this is the East River.
Yeah. Oh, there's the kid. He might be the kid. Or is it a little rascal? Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't write it down. I think maybe he's a little rascal. Did you
look at this? Has like an even smaller crew, right?
Yeah,
these are like tiny tots.
That's right. Hey. They're like a tiny gang, and they're going to get kicked out of here.
Get out of here! Go find your own newspaper route.
Right.
You saying I work dirty? No, I said you were working dirty.
See, it says East 53rd Street gang only on the brick.
Oh, right. And those tiny tots were like not part of that gang.
Look at how Spit is smoking a cigarette, and it's no big deal in a movie.
Well, I mean, I'm transfixed every time Humphrey has a cigarette because he does that thing where he like slides it out of his mouth.
Yeah,
and it just stays there. And with that fucking hat tilted like that, it's like every Bugs Bunny cartoon.
He's got this tilted. Now they're going to embarrass a lady.
I wanted to order the rabbit. Yes, right away, Mr. Humphrey Bogart.
He does smoke a cigarette super cool, and it the way he pulls that out of his mouth, like you said, and it like sticks.
It sticks.
And his lips are so thin. It's like it's almost like he's doing a trick.
I love black and white movies. I love the tone, like the everything's kind of like this movie's kind of put together with all these sets.
Yep.
Maybe like Popeye. Do you remember that Robin Williams movie?
Wonderful set design, if that's the right term.
It had that weird like set design. Like they took over an entire island and built like this like Popeye village.
Oh, sweet haven. God must love us. I remember.
That was from there? I gotta rewatch that movie.
You're my father. You got the same squinty eye.
All I remember is like Brutus was like a son of a bitch. He was like punching everybody. He was just like
he wouldn't even talk. He grunted.
Yeah. I saw that in New Jersey, and there was a promo for Heaven's Gate.
Oh,
yeah, and Under the Rainbow. It was a classic year back then.
Under the Rainbow, yeah, that was the documentary about the terrible Wizard of Oz experience. I think
it was on YouTube for a hot second. That movie.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
So
I
let
think
me
we
tell
did
you
that.
about Spit, right? In
Yeah.
real life. Of course, he's born in New York City in 1917. Russian Jewish immigrants, vaudeville parents. He was short, 4'11. 4'11. No. The father was 4'10, the mother was 4'11, and Spit here is 5'6", which is my height. So anyway, the earlier films presented Gorsey, that's his name, Leo Gorsey, as Spit. In the 40s, the dramatic films shifted into roughneck comedies. We already talked about this.
Roughneck comedies. That's a nice way of putting it.
Now, his big thing was called malapropisms. He would say the word wrong.
Right. Well, that's what you accused me of, those malapropisms myself.
Well, you just okay. But he went on to say something like, it's a clever seduction.
That does not tire. Like, can you imagine me writing like the next script for the Bowery Boys? All right, call this a glass of winter and call it a day.
Well, like if you would say, I reiterate, he would go, I regurgitate.
You called me. You mentioned this on the show, Carl. You always call me out on when we shot our public access show 30 years ago, Fish Burgers, where you were an alien and I had offered you a bed, place to stay, and it was the bathtub. And I don't finish my sentence, and you kept that in.
Yes, no, it was Dave Kennedy. You brought him to the bathtub, and you said, "I got you a nice here. It's a warm." You meant to say like a warm, comfy bed or something, but you just stopped talking. I had to leave that in. I didn't have another cut.
I remember it was we had a blanket in the bathtub for him.
Yeah, it's a warm. I was recently thinking about that. So look, between Bogart and Dave, they keep having the I know you killed 5 men. You better keep your mouth shut. I can trust you. It's like he snaps at him. You better keep your mouth shut. Okay, he just found out that rich girl's going into the tenement. So he's like, oh, shit. Now, she is going to see some cockroaches. And I don't know, the director just didn't like it. So he got real roaches so that she would really be grossed out.
Oh, cool.
This guy was meticulous. He would make you do it again and again and again. And he's just like, no, you're disgusted. We have to see that you've rejected this life.
Director, I will do it, Billy Wilder. Director Billy Wilder, I will do it. It's not Billy Wilder.
Okay, now
William Wilder.
Here comes the garbage can. Now watch her face when she sees the real roaches.
There's real roachy.
That's the one he kept.
That won an Oscar. Did the cockroach win an Oscar? Best cockroach?
Actually, a woman did win an Oscar in this, and she's only on the screen for one scene. It's kind of not fair.
They just gave him out.
Dave saw her disgusted, and Dave's making the decision, we can't be together. We're from different worlds. It just isn't going to work out. Now, this Gorsky he would drink a lot. He would abuse alcohol, and the series was immediately successful. Gorsky starred in 4 Bowery Boys films that year. The father died as a result of injuries from an automobile accident. Devastated, he began abusing alcohol, lost a lot of weight, trashed a film set in an intoxicated rage. The studio refused to grant him a pay raise he demanded, so he parted ways with the Bowery Boys and was replaced by Stanley Clements for 7 films. Gorsky's brother, David, stayed in the films.
I do remember that. Yeah, that was the longest running Bowery Boy.
Look at his Jughead hat. It really
is. And then the Prince Valiant haircut.
Yeah.
And this guy's got not a Jufro, it's like a brainiac explosion.
Oh, that's right. He's got a brainiac explosion.
He's probably Jewish.
Now, Gorsky was also in Mad, Mad, Mad World. He was with, Hunts Hall and a bunch of low-budget films.
I'm trying to think if I could place him in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
I can't. Sure.
That movie was a hit with my kid. We watched 30 minutes of it.
Oh, that's good. That's a good run.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Okay, now, This is pretty bad and good at the same time. They're gonna fuck this kid up, man. They really are.
Are you sure the pool instructor is like right inside, indoors?
The pool instructor is right inside. No, the guy's going, the garage is shut down, so they have to go and get the car and bring it down here. So that's who he's waiting for, his driver.
Oh, COVID.
TV, I got TV.
He goes,
Oh,
"Don't
no.
worry, me, I've got tuberculosis. Now check this out. You can't come. It's only for the gang.
Only for the gang.
See?
I can't tell you, but boy, it's something great.
Will you get the lead out of your pants?
Too bad don't let you see it. Boy, you never saw anything like that before.
I don't even care. Fuck off. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Did you
Come
ever
on, let him in, fellas. Come on, put it up. Put it up. Come on now.
Well, all right, let him come. Come on.
All right.
Make it seem like. Right now, the kid wants to come.
Come on. Well, I don't know. All right.
Wait, I'm coming.
Oh, it's
Right.
wow. He
Finally get a friend.
really brutal. Okay, you don't have to listen now. Look at this asshole.
Look at that running.
He's got a good plank.
I know where I could get a switch.
Yeah, just a piece of wood I was thinking of. Bogart liked it.
Uh-oh. Are they going to roll out a barrel?
Now look, Bogart sees his mom.
My own mama. Oh, no. Is he going to be a gangster with a mamas complex?
Well, he just wants to say hello to his mom. He hasn't seen him since he was out of reform school. But the mom is, I mean, it's the worst acting I've ever. You have the sound still up? Because the acting is horrible. Check it
All right.
out.
I still have it up.
Okay.
How are you, Mom? It's me. It's me.
Baby
I
face.
have my face fixed.
Yeah.
You know, good tramp.
What? Tramps are ladies.
That's right.
You glad to see me?
Maybe not. Maybe you remember the tramp that used to have his he'd take a bandana, put his possessions
Sure.
on.
Yeah, Bindle.
Yeah, little I think they were
And
tramps.
we saw a movie Tramp.
Right.
Right.
Which was
a
walking.
Civil War song, but there was 3 tramps in it. At least. There was 1 tramp.
I'm really surprised at her acting. Now, the thing is, I know this director. He wanted this on purpose. He wanted her to be flat and awful. But I just don't think it's...
Did she win the Oscar? Because I'll go and take it back.
No, yeah. If she had won the Oscar, we should wait until she passed away, go to her estate sale, and fucking steal it.
I think the Bowery Boys they definitely have a star on Hollywood. I think it's
don't
at
know,
Vine.
but-
I think it's Hollywood and Vine. I think it's
I'm
like the
sure
special.
you're right.
No, it might be even prior to that. I don't know. I'll have to find out. I'll let you know in the future. It's definitely out there. I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's a famous
I
one.
wrote down a bunch of stuff about them, but I didn't catch that.
No worries. I think I should go and just photograph stars of people who've been in our movies. And then
That's
I
a
can
great
say-
idea.
Yeah.
I think
Do a
her
walking tour.
cleavage is shut, like the blouse is open.
This is why she won an Oscar, because she had a revealing dress.
She didn't win the Oscar.
She didn't win the Oscar?
No. Her acting is so bad. Look at that nice crying, though. That's pretty good acting.
She was there at the Oscars night. I remember they said to her, "Excuse me, can you move over a bit?" the winner is coming through. Oh, Mom.
No, Bogart's been rejected, completely 100% rejected by his mother.
Yeah. And he had like a brunch reservation all set up. It's awkward.
Now,
Table for 2?
Yeah, they're going to
Table
go
for
in,
1.
and his thug is going to put on some music to cheer up his.
Oh, but first you got to get a toothpick. There was toothpicks on back in the Bowery East River. If you ever need a toothpick, just go in.
So it's a player piano.
Yeah.
Turn it off, see? Turn it off. So the only way he knows how to do it is to fucking kick it.
But Sunday, Monday, happy days. Chin it off. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy hitters.
Now, the
Weekend comes.
proprietor is going to remember that kick. He did not like that kick.
No, those are expensive. I mean, that's probably for the 1800s.
That's not a kicker piano, you know.
A little noise might make you feel better. It's funny how some people don't like music.
Now, look, you see, mark the bottle.
Yeah,
That means,
as one does.
yeah, if you pour it on your own behind my back, I'm going to know.
Why don't you just take the bottle and put it behind the bar?
Right. I don't know. Right.
See, he's got that toothpick going.
Yeah. Shut up, yo. Let's see who this thug is. His name's Alan Jenkins, and his nickname in this movie, is Hunk.
Huh? He's all ears.
He died in 1974. He's an American actor and singer, worked stage and film and television. Born in Staten Island, 1900. Member of Hollywood's so-called Irish Mafia, a group of Irish-American actors, which included Spencer Tracy, James Cagney, blah, blah, blah. Worked later as a voice character of Officer Charlie Dibble in the Hanna-Barbera TV cartoon Top Cat.
Yeah. Oh, he's Officer Dibble, huh? And I'm Top Cat. I'm Arnold Stang. He worked with like Bogart and Arnold Stang.
Yeah, that's all I got on this guy.
Hello, evening, Officer Dribble. Now, evening, Top Cat. Now, Top Cat, you're not doing some really weird, boring hijinks, are you? Well, Officer Dribble, it would be beneath me to tell.
They've beaten the guy up. They've stole his jacket. They've stole his watch.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all fucked up.
Good times.
Yeah, he's got a couple bucks, so he's like, "Say, sister,
have a quick.
Maybe I could buy you something nice. Would you like a soda?" And she's like, "With what money? What have you been doing?"
Where's your pants?
I wasn't doing nothing. I was just thinking how hot you look. And a soda would do just the trick. They're going swimming. That's why their pants are.
Oh, I gotcha.
This is just not today's movie. I mean, they're smoking cigarettes, beating up kids, getting undressed.
This movie does. I mean, it's really to their detriment that they didn't shoot on site, because it's a play, and it's a movie version of a play, and sometimes they feel like plays, and sometimes that works, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like you want to. It's so strange that it became this. It's based on real life. It's based on suffering, right? Based on the poor in New York City.
Yeah.
It became a play and a hit. Then it became a movie. And then the characters in the movie became one acting entity that appeared in 5 other movies.
Right.
And then they spawned a series of like B films.
Yes.
Where it was more and more like just, like, is there something to equivalent of that? Was there like a Catfish? Maybe there was Catfish was originally a documentary, and then it became that MTV show.
I don't know Catfish. Isn't that crazy?
But I'm trying to think, like, was there something that was like serious documentary that just turned into like a slapstick?
Good question. I know I'll find an example.
Yeah.
She's a really good actress in this, by the way.
She deserved that Oscar she won.
Well, she didn't win an Oscar once again. It's just this woman who has a one scene.
It hasn't come up yet?
No. She became an actress it hasn't come up yet. She became an actress at 15 years old as a way of overcoming shyness, and her first film appearance was an extra in a D.W. Griffiths film.
Ooh.
The Sorrows of Satan.
You would definitely lose your shyness being an extra in a Cecil D. DeMille film.
She was always playing girlfriends or sisters of a gangster. Gary Cooper's girlfriends, Spencer Tracy, Henry Fonda, Cary Grant, just sisters and girlfriends of gangsters. I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. She was in Hitchcock's Sabotage. She was in Fury in 36 by Fritz Lang. She was one of the highest paid actresses in the industry, earning $10,000 a week. $80,000 she got for Sabotage with Alfred Hitchcock.
Was she the one who was top billed and they had to recall the film and put Bogart's name in it? No, I thought I see that.
Yes,
Yeah, she was.
Well, I don't know what I'm not sure exactly what you asked, but when this film came out, her name was on the top,
Right.
and for some reason that wasn't cool with Bogart. So in the next releases, Bogart's name got put up front, and that's what we were seeing here.
Oh no, Richie Rich is sad.
Yeah, he's super sad, and he's all beat up. There they are.
Don't go into that club. Chasing pigeons. You gonna spank him?
Now, someone's caught, and his name is Tommy. Okay, and Tommy is the brother of our hero, our heroine, Drina.
Gotcha.
So let me go, and he's not going to let him go. Here's your watch back. Of course, the father wants justice. He wants the kid arrested, and so now here's the sister. She's doing her thing.
Oh, and there's James.
What was Mars Attacks? She was she raised pug dogs as show dogs. Look, he just got stabbed in the arm by a knife that Milty gave him, and that's going to be Reform School strong.
Oh, here we go.
He published 2 books on the art of needlepoint.
Who did? The actress?
Yes. She
was
raised
doing needle
dogs as show dogs. She had a good life.
She was doing needlepoint in this movie. Remember, she was sticking her head out the window.
Yeah.
Good top of the morning, Carl. Top of the morning, Mike. Will you two shut up? Just meet downstairs.
Now, the cop is being told, "You go get that fucking kid." And the cop's not being a jerk about it, but he's like, yeah, right. I'm going to spend my time. But then he's going to find out that this is the brother of a judge. And for his own career, he better go find that kid.
Is he going to wave his brother's name around?
No, the doorman is. Here, turn it on now. Turn it on. So that little indication is like, oh, you better fucking fix this.
Now, what's the kid's name? Where does he live?
I don't know.
Listen, you
liar. You said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shay.
I was talking about your mother. Your mother.
Look at that. You know, this Dave Connell, he's been in our stuff. I mean, this is the 3rd one. He's like a friend to
The Most Dangerous Game is a kick-ass movie, and he was kick-ass in it. So yeah, he definitely
he was in Foreign Correspondent, you know, Alfred Hitchcock.
A lot of Hitchcock movies brought up.
Well, yeah. Well, he was in Barbary Coast. He was in Sullivan's Travels, which is not Gullivan's Travels.
No, I've seen Sullivan's Travels. That's Preston Sturge. The French say are a funny race.
Yes, Preston Sturge's comedy classic. Oh, the French say are a funny race, right?
Hey, I'm Humphrey Bogart. Stop walking. Look, they're facing face to face.
But his face is different, and that's why he can safely talk to a cop.
Right.
Although he's nervous.
Oh, because he's still wearing the same clothes. He did another movie called Dark Passage where he was like he got a face change and no one recognized him, and it looked like he turned out to be Bogart. Oh, it's a famous movie because it had like a first-person view of him.
Listen, I just want to go on record again. We saw that movie Man with Bogart's Face, and it was a comedy. I just got to say, and that guy did a lot of like stage work in which he did a comedy. It was the wrong thing to do. It was the wrong way to go. What they should have done was continue making this style Humphrey Bogart movie. They should have made other Maltese Falcons and Casablancas with that guy being a serious actor. And all the older people who were in those films had parts in it. Absolutely.
You've seen Dead Man Don't Wear Plaid, right?
Yes. That's a great example.
Yeah.
That kind of a film. Of course, that was a comedy, but
it was a comedy that took clips from movies from the 40s and interspersed it into film. So they would have Humphrey Bogart from another film on the phone. Yeah,
can't you see like Humphrey Bogart the man with Bogart's face doing that role.
Have you seen the movie on Pornhub, The Man with Humphrey Bogart's Dick? No, not even worth it. Not even worth it. Couldn't do it.
You can't prove it, right? We never
Right.
saw it.
We never saw it. Listen, man, I spent a lot of time exhuming this penis.
Exhuming.
All right, hunk, hatch.
Is there any DNA left? Can we get a penis sample? So now, here comes Francie, okay?
Right.
Now, Francie is a prostitute and she has syphilis, but can't say that. There was all sorts of censorship.
In the movie, she's like, Act 2, syphilis
well, they just
rises.
say she's sick. But the thing is, if it was 1937 and you're in the audience watching this, you did know what she was sick from. You knew the movie couldn't say it. And they never say what's her job that got her syphilis, but
well, they play that. Have your happy
win an Oscar for this.
Oh, this scene when they play. What do you got? I'll give you a hint. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Clap, clap.
You got the clap.
We saw another. I was going to say there was another actor in this that we've seen. Oh, so Richard. Who's that guy? You know who I'm talking about.
No.
From Greengrass, the Golly Goes. Richard
Greengrows, the Golly Goes.
Richard Burton.
Yeah, Richard Burton.
Right.
Greengrows, the Golly Goes.
Yeah, he was a Green Golly Go.
It's just it's not a malproperism. You're just a kook.
It's go gadget. So anyway, Lauren Bacall was in a documentary in 1963 about Richard Burton. And she was saying that young Richard Burton came to our table and Bogey took a liking to him and they were good drinking buddies together. Because she outlived him.
Married to him.
Yeah. Well, it was a great romance. I mean, it was great romance. They made great movies together, and she always spoke fondly of him and gave very classy interviews, talking about his memory and stuff like that. But
he was 44 years old, and he met Lauren Bacall when she was 19. Yeah. They were filming To Have or To Have Not in 44. 19 years old, and he was 44.
I guess it was more of the former than the latter, To Have or Have Not.
So they would go on to do Dark Passage and Key Largo as married. Okay, why don't you listen for a second?
I'm getting out of here. I come back for you.
I wouldn't be good for you.
I'll worry about that.
It's a dream. I'm having a dream. What I've wanted for so long.
It's a dead end.
I'm tired. I'm sick. Can't you see it? Look at me good. You've been looking at me like I used to be.
She's got syphilis, and the audience knows it. He just says, I'm sick.
Oh, he figured it out. He's looking down, not looking up.
Now he's going to be mad. Why did you become a prostitute? And she's like, what are you talking about? Why did you go into crime? We both did what was available to us.
Why you start first?
Why didn't you?
Why don't you? There you go. So there's no dead-end kids.
No, but really, why didn't you? Because you do kidnappings and rob banks, that means, they're both crimes, and what's available? Nobody's going to pay to sleep with you, Bogart.
Right, that's true.
So he's going to give her some money and send her on her way, but he is really not interested anymore. And she's like, give me a kiss for old time's sake. And it hurts her feelings. This is maybe why she won. Go ahead, listen. This is maybe why she won an Oscar.
Could you spare another $20? I got it.
Damn.
Okay, Marty, forget it. I was just...
All right, beat it.
Damn.
Yeah.
One more thing. Just one more thing.
Columbo.
For old time's sake, will you do me a favor?
$20.
Please. Will you kiss me here? Just for old time's sake.
Use this dental dam. Oh, she cheated.
Use your dead so down.
Cold fish.
Now they would go and be in 2 other films together. They would be in Key Largo together. And this film, I don't know, The Amazing Dr. Clitterhouse from
What?
38. Yeah. No, I'm familiar with the Pornhub one.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Amazing Dr. Clitoris, but this is The Amazing Dr. Clitterhouse in 1938. I don't know
Clithouse?
that film. Do you?
I don't know. I don't think we can't locate it. Get it? Because the word clit.
I can't find it. Now, this film was highly censored, that scene that won an Oscar. But also, okay, Breen requested that the line, all cats look alike in the dark, be deleted. That was about a rich girl versus a poor girl. He goes, all cats look alike in the
All
dark.
cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And
I got it, girl. You don't have to spell it out.
son of a bitch and go to hell were made to trail off. You son of a...
Oh,
Why
yeah,
don't
yeah.
you
Oh,
go
yeah.
to-
Yeah, well, you could... That was before and after.
The word bum should not be used in British prints for the film. That word in British was slang for posterior. No Bronx cheer should be used. The character
Right.
spit should not be actually shown spitting. There should be no scenes of this character stepping on cockroaches
Uh-huh.
or spilled garbage.
They didn't name him Spit in this, so they go, hey, you're Spit. So they do get to say spit, but they just don't spit.
Right. Just don't actually spit.
What is this like? Oh, look at the breadsticks, Carl.
It's an Italian place. He got pizza. I mean,
Really?
Earlier he said we'll have 2 pizzas.
Because New York City has the best pizza. We know, we get it.
We get it already.
Right.
Come on now, look, you are part of our heritage. You are from here, and you should have pride in Jersey pizza.
Carl, last time I had a chance to go to New Jersey. We had a great time. It was a guest of yours, and you took me to White Castle, which I hadn't had, and I ate so much White Castle.
Yeah.
And then you pulled up to Mr. Dino's Pizzeria in Watchung Plaza in Montclair, and you're like, "Let's get pizza." And I was stuffed. I couldn't eat. And you're like, have a bite. And I took one bite and just everything rushed back. It was like really intense. Like it was really good pizza. And then also the guy behind the counter was looking at me. So he probably remembered who I was.
You think so?
From high school, maybe.
I remember there's that guy who answered the phone, Dino. One time, me and Tom were in there eating our pizza like little dumb dicks, freshmen in high school or whatever.
Right.
The phone rings, and then we both went, Dino. Right? And he looked at us so mad because he was about to pick up the phone and go, Dino. So we did it. He looked at us so mad, and he goes, he goes, Dino. Like he had to, like on purpose. Dino.
You killed his buzz.
Yeah, we fucked with him, and we didn't mean to. Now, this Joel McCrea, who we know from Dangerous Game and Come and Get It, he was having a hard time working with Bogart once. They were on some rooftop scene, and they're talking. So the directors keeps doing new takes. And he goes, okay, let's take 5. And he pulled him aside and goes, what's going on with you? Why can't you deliver your lines right? Why can't you? And he goes, well, I didn't want to admit this, and I was just trying to live with it, but Humphrey Bogart's spitting on me. When Humphrey Bogart was saying his lines, little things of spit would get in his cheek and his eye. It was fucking with him.
That explains his later acting style when he would talk to the ground. They was thanked afterwards.
Claire Trevor, Babyface's old girlfriend, American actress. She died in 2000. 65 films between 33 and 82, winning the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Key Largo, and she received a nomination. She didn't win for Dead End.
Have you seen Key Largo?
Yes, in my life. I don't remember it well. Do you recommend it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange film. It's definitely a classic, and like people love it. But it's just this idea of like, there's bank robbers, and they have to hold out, and they find a boat in Key Largo, but there's a storm happening, so everyone is stuck. So they have hostages.
I didn't see it.
And it's you see it in other movies, like where bank robberies go wrong because of a natural disaster. There was a I think a Christian Slater movie like it.
I remember this one bank robber movie. It was a Woody Allen movie, and it was really before I knew I shouldn't like Woody Allen, or I bumped into a lot of dumb, awful films. It was back when it was.
Was it Take the Money and Run? Shot in San Francisco?
No, this is more. This was later in his career. Tracy Ullman was in it.
And, sure. I know the film you're talking about.
So they were going to rob a bank, and they were faking some woman with. I think Tom Hanks was. No. I'm thinking of a different film. Anyway, that was all the commercials. When you went to see the film, that was like about the first 15 minutes of the film, and the rest of it was this whole different movie. I thought it was a bank heist movie.
Yeah, tricked you. Woody tricked you.
Yeah, he did, and it was fun how he tricked me.
I did see From Dusk to Dawn, going from Woody Allen to From Dusk to Dawn to Texas Blood Money, but it was the same premise as the vampires from Dusk to Dawn bites a bank robber. So they're robbing a bank and suddenly they turn into vampires, and it's vampire bank robbers versus human bank robbers versus the sheriff.
Okay, Tommy has now run away. Tommy is wanted. The cops are after him. He stabbed a guy in the hand. He's taking the rap somehow for beating up the kid alone. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, even though I've seen this film several times.
He doesn't snitch.
No, he doesn't snitch, but he doesn't have an opportunity to snitch. He's run away. Later, Spit will snitch on him, believe it or not. Son of a bitch. And they'll have a fight about it. But anyway, they're trying to figure out what to do now, like run away and, I'll come with you. And go ahead and listen a minute if you'd like.
Sure. I got plans.
Maybe he'll be nice. You know that won't do any good. Lock me up till I'm 21. That'll be fine, too. No, I won't let that happen. I won't let him touch you. I'm going with you. We'll get out of here. We'll go someplace together. You couldn't do that.
You get the gist of the scene from that little sound bite. It's the pressure of...
Did you get it? It's a dead end. It's more like a cul-de-sac. There's houses surrounding it.
It's a dead end.
It's like a womb. Life comes out of it. It's not really a dead end.
Cul-de-sac is a dead end. And, it's not a cul-de-sac where you can turn around. It's a road that ends in the water.
It's not a thorough street. Didn't you see the sign?
Thoroughfare.
Thoroughfare. Yeah, that makes...
This say the word dead. It was a very thorough street.
Well, instead of saying dead end, it would be a different phrase.
Now look, he's like, Dina, whatever her name is, and she shuts the right.
Oh yeah, it finally windows closed. The window must have crashed. Windows must have crashed.
Yeah. Now the thing is, he saw the disgust of the rich girlfriend, and he was like, "This is not for me. I want to be with." God damn it, her name's not fucking Dina. It is Drina. He wants to be with Drina, but she thinks that he wants to be with the rich girl. I don't know.
He had 2 shots. This Italian restaurant's open 6 a.m. and it closes 1 a.m.
Wow.
According to the signage.
Okay, so he goes home for 4 hours.
Jeez, I fucking ate that restaurant. Call it a day.
Power naps for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I hate my job. Okay.
You wake up in the cot.
So Babyface has come all the way from Colorado with plastic surgery to see his old girlfriend and to see his mom.
But no one else figures it out.
Both of whom, well, he's got plastic surgery. Only Dave's figured it out. Both of whom he loves. However, he got smacked in the face twice. Mom says, fuck off. And the girlfriend says, fuck off.
Right.
So now it's time for him to head back west. But to the thug's chagrin, they're noticing how much the parents care about that kid who got beat up. They're going to kidnap the kid.
Kidnap the rich kid or
Right.
Donnie?
Kidnap the rich kid and charge $5,000 or whatever is a lot of
Sure, to
money.
pay out
back
the
then.
legal fee.
He's like, "Are you crazy? Let's get out of here. Too many people know who you are anyway. Your mom knows, the girlfriend knows, Dave knows. Let's get going." He's like, "I came here for something. I didn't get it. I'm going to at least get the money. I'm going to leave with the money."
I leave with $5,000 for kidnapping a kid
Well, I mean, he's got all this money from like bank robbery and stuff,
and kidnapping.
but I just said that. We mostly
right.
heard about him murdering men and bank robbing. I just assumed that because he's so hyped to kidnap. Okay, now we are about to launch into Act 3. Dave's
Wow.
like, "I told you to get the fuck out of here."
Now get out of here and get out quick. Take your friend with you.
Now Dave makes a dumb move. He's like, "All right, if you won't leave, then I'm going to the cops." Why would he tell him that?
Oh yeah, that's true. You think he should have just said, "Oh yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. Well, I'll see ya. Yeah, I'll walk this way."
Ow!
Ow, I
Bogart
got
to 10
tased.
stabs him.
Oh, that is brutal, dude.
And that's the end of Dave.
And that's the reason why I don't drink out of that river.
It's human excrement and waste.
Damn it, it's Adult Swim, and they're swimming with their faces in the water.
Now they're seeing that nobody really caught him. Nobody caught on. Nobody
This guy's
heard
an asshole.
that.
Hey,
Seen that kid around any place, have you?
We're still looking for that kid.
this place is really happening. Oh yeah, there it is. The rich hoi polloi is like,
If they didn't have to work, they'd sit quiet and have a...
ain't that a trip? They're looking down at us. Yeah.
What do you say up there? I saw you.
His brother's the judge. I like to tell that to strangers or cops.
Well, no, he was telling the cop, "You better find." Oh, Dave's not dead.
Oh yay! The most dangerous game can't be
Deadliest
killed.
match. Yeah, the most dangerous game.
It's mad. It's Joe McRae. Ooh, nice shot.
Cops would do that back then.
The Billy, throw me up the wall. I'm trying to sleep.
Did you see how the nightstick was rubbing against the bars?
Yeah.
Back in the old day, cops would do that to let you know in your house, listening to the radio or whatever.
Cop is
you're out
nearby.
here patrolling the streets.
Blackout. We don't want the Japanese to see that your lights are on.
Now, Humphrey Bogart got the part, but Samuel Goldwyn wanted James Cagney.
It would have made a difference. This movie is kind of a weird curio, but it helps having Humphrey Bogart.
Bogart only got it after this other guy refused. George Raft? I don't know him. You know him. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Graft. Old Grafty.
Yeah. Old Grafty. Now, Bogart was on loan from Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers didn't want to give it to Sam Goldwyn until he said that Warner Brothers could borrow Miriam Hopkins.
It was a studio. It was a studio time, right? Like because the actors were under contract, so you can really just do a Netflix film and then go do a Hulu film. You had to do one or the other.
Right, exactly. You were contracted. Now we're going to have a fight with the thug in which he's going to win. You see how Bogart is getting into this little room.
Yeah.
Oh, here's it. The film contains scenes with the young uncredited Sidney Kibrick, who is best remembered for his portrayal of Wime in the sidekick of the neighborhood bully Butch in The Little Rascals. That's what.
Oh, all right.
The Little Rascals.
He's a friend of Butch.
Yes. And he was cute as hell too.
God, I saw.
An early gangster role for Humphrey Bogart was built on the success of his performance in The Petrified Forest, 1936.
There he is. He's on the roof.
Yeah, but this isn't the spitting scene. This will be a runaway scene. So the neighborhood's all awake now. They hear the guns.
Have you seen the
cassette?
Have you seen the gangster? Gangster's on the roof. Oh, why didn't you just tell me he died? You don't have to pretend he's on the roof. I need more billy clubs. There's the old water silo, kisses of fire.
Bang! Bang!
Oh!
Bang! I'm pretending I was shot. In this film, they don't even pretend with blood or anything.
No, there's no blood. Like the suit's still impeccable.
They just ow! Fuck, that hurt.
Yeah, there's nothing underneath there.
Now look, he's not dead. Bang!
He shot the cop? No, he shot.
Yep. Now he's getting shot with a lot of smoke. There's Mom.
Right.
And they won't know it's Babyface until Mom starts crying.
Oh, and then they said, "Oh, it must be a face change." Guy has 2 ties.
Bogart was in 2 other films with the Dead End Kids: Crime School in 1938 and Angels with Dirty Faces in 1938.
Angels with Dirty Faces. That's a classic sounding name. They also did 2 movies with Bela Lugosi that people always liked.
Uh-huh. Now the mom, Dave hears the mom and it hurts his feelings.
There was a SCTV sketch. They had Robin Williams on, and they were all the Bowery Boys. And one of them got a job. And so Martin Short and Robin Williams, they go over, and it's a gay bar. He's working as a bartender. They're like,
Are you
I don't know.
About Saturday Night Live, not SCTV.
No, this is SCTV. They had Robin Williams on it.
With Martin Short?
Martin Short was on SCTV first.
Right, yeah.
And then he brought all his hilarious characters to SCTV.
Okay.
To Saturday Night Live.
Gotcha.
SNL.
So they're like, we caught Babyface Martin. And there's big reward money. So Dave will get the reward money.
We come in, police station. We got Babyface Martin. Yes, this is the police station. Yes, we got. Yes, if you like to talk to the police station, please talk on this phone. Yes.
Now, the director did a movie called The Best Years of Our Lives in 1946. Now, what was the Lou Costello film?
Oh, A Time of Their Lives.
Oh, okay. So do you think it was written to bite off of The Best Years of Our Lives?
No, I think they're all based on sheet music they were selling of songs that were, All right, pick them up.
This director kind of got his start because he was the cousin of a guy who founded Universal Pictures. Next thing you know, he's directing. He really...
This scene, they really are stretching it out.
Well, we're getting a lot of information. Like we're learning about...
I mean, they're using a stretcher.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Stretch.
Never mind. So... you can see that he's unaffected by the reward money. He doesn't give a damn about that. It's just kind of freaked out. Now, they're going to try to find the boy, Tommy, and it's going to be Spit who rats him out because, I don't know, they threaten him like, you beat up that kid. We'll listen to it when it comes. And TB is going to Milty will overhear him ratting him out. Milty was the new kid. Give me my 3 cents back.
Oh, right. So he owes a beef. If they just given him 3 cents, they would have been in the clear.
No, I don't think it's that.
Oh, yeah. My brother is a judge. Judge Dredd?
Judgment. Now look, see, he's taking that ring.
Yeah.
Why?
Look at like cash.
He's taking the money. That's like for evidence, but why take the ring?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, someone might take it. They should take the body while they're at it.
Okay, now let's turn it on.
Okay.
What kid? What are you talking about? One that stabbed Mr. Griswold. What? Oh, where? In the window there. Are you sure? Certainly, I swear to it.
He is a rat. Let me go. I'm looking for Archie.
With the jug head.
Oh, look, they're over here in it.
440.
Extra.
Ratted
David.
out Tommy.
Oh, he's not the dickhead. The doorman's the dickhead. Putting him in that situation.
Well, I mean,
All right.
see, you're not wrong, but it's like the doorman has loyalties to his employer, but you're still
That's
not
true.
wrong. Like, why should he really care? I mean, he is on the job at this second. Okay, more pressure. What are we going to do?
I don't know. I don't want to leave the set. Yeah, that's right. In the play, it's like, you can't hide. We just set up the scene.
It's like the Truman Show. There is no off camera. There is no
Yeah.
offset. We don't know what's out there.
Great movie.
So he's going to go hide while she prepares to run away, and then she'll go find him, and they'll run away together. Cops coming.
There we go. Evening, officer.
I want a kid called Tommy Gordon. Do you?
No. There's a kid named Ami Orden. I don't know if
No.
it's the same kid.
Then why are you so stressed out? No, I'm acting. The director insists I look stressed because I'm stressed in this part.
I mean, the apartments look realistic, I guess.
I suppose.
It's not like the Friends apartment.
No, well, they're trying to do a tenement, right?
Right.
Wow, everybody's come out in the street. What a night. Lots of gunshots and babyface Nelson got killed.
If you're looking for a tailor or a hand clean laundry officer, just come over here to Alfonso's. 0440.
That ain't it? Hey, what's so important about getting a punk here? It ain't so important to you, but it may be to me. Judge Griswold's got a brother. What's got
See, the system's against him.
Yeah. So Tommy, he's heard it all now, and he knows he's in triple trouble. And they even know, they know where he lives. They know his name. Now, she's all packed up, right? She put away the suitcase so it wouldn't be obvious, but she's got to find Tommy, and then they're going to get going. So where's Tommy?
Oh, and all the cops are there and all the gossip. Listen, there, all the yentas are out. Neighborhood yentas.
Well, everybody came out. There was a big shooting.
Yeah.
Excitement.
Oh, shaving a haircut, 2 bits. There's the old peanut dispenser.
Not a lot of time for you on the vaudeville show tonight, Frank. Just 2 bits.
Right.
Okay, there he is above the gang.
Right.
He's checking everything out.
Today shot and killed a famous babyface.
They killed and burned a newsie to get that paper.
They're looking in the paper and they're going to have the story wrong and they're going to be shocked. The newspaper's never wrong. The truth is he just assumed all his life
that the newspaper covered the truth.
Right.
You telling me that there's nobody named Ziggy? There's not a big face guy with a long nose and a dog? These newspapers lie to me.
Wait,
what do you mean,
the Ziggy cartoon?
Yeah.
You should do like Nancy. You should do like their era.
Oh, their era.
Sluggo and Nancy.
you talking little Abner ain't real.
Right.
He lives in Dog Patch. Are you telling me there's no bachelor named Dagwood who fell in love with a girl named Blondie? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Dippy was my favorite in this, even though Spit gets all the credit.
Yeah, he's the glue.
Hey, look, they're dancing like they like it. Oh,
There he is. There he is.
my mommy on you. And
Oh my God.
He was in World War II in 1943, and he was in like a U.S. training film, a U.S. Navy training film called Don't Kill Your Friends. So I immediately went to YouTube to find it, and I found it. It is, I mean, it's really doing safety about your about your airplane.
Hi, I'm Stinky from the Bowery Boys. There's nothing friendly when it comes to friendly fire.
That's right. He was
There you go. I
doing
can't say that out loud.
but
I said that out loud, Carl. Dude, that's young Mike.
right.
Yeah.
Hall was arrested for possession of marijuana in 48. Trial held in
Wow.
49, but he had a hung jury. Horace Debauchee, which is Satch Jones,
Yeah.
in 48 of the Bowery Boys films, with his longtime partner Leo Gorcey, who left the series in 56.
56. This is 37 right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Oh, that's cool. That's right.
Now, the thing is, they wanted Leo Gorski, but Leo Gorski wanted money. So they're like, all right, fuck you. We'll do Satch then.
Good thing about the Bowery Boys is that it's plural. We'll find another Bowery Boy. Oh, this guy's a jerk.
The only thing interesting is he co-starred in a pilot with Jamie Farr. It was a CBS situation comedy called The Chicago Teddy Bears. You ever hear
I
of that?
love it.
I didn't.
I can imagine what it is. I was a model who oh no, that's moonlighting. Never mind. All right, here we go. Climb on down.
Leo Gorski's Van Nuys, California. Leo Gorski, an appearance on a television commercial for Pontiac in 69.
That's a good role.
May 39, Gorski married 15-year-old dancer Kay Marvis, appeared in 4 of his Monogram movies. They divorced in 44, and Marvis married Groucho Marx.
Weird.
Yeah. I can't find it. I think it's Gorski who was in the Sgt. Pepper and he wanted money. And they said, forget it.
Now, wasn't the other Bowery Boy in that album cover like smack dab in the middle, like in the back, in the center, kind
of? You know, I'm a Beatles fan, but I never like dove into who's on this cover. I mean, when I see a crowd surrounding a bass drum. When I look,
well, you went crazy researching the cover for the White Album. They had to lock you up. You burned your journals.
Okay, so now Tommy is wait, his name's not Angel. He's talking to Angel, saying that he suspects that Leo turned him in. So I want you to like set him up and say the guy was going to give $5 to the guy who turned in Tommy, and that Leo will of course go, "Hey, what do you say? What, you know?"
Yeah, it was me.
And it'll out him, and then they'll have a big fight.
So he can't afford a sling?
I don't know. He got stabbed. Remember Bogart? I thought he hit him in the back. Here's the breakup. We're going to have a breakup now.
Oh, no.
He's like, scram, Angel.
I'm all right. I was lucky.
Oh, he's breaking up with her.
Look at him looking at Angel.
Yeah. Gee, mister, where are you going with that? Oh, I got you.
Yeah, you'll understand when you're older. Now, look, this is a movie set, okay?
It's the London Bridge.
No.
Oh, that's New York City.
Let me just think for a second. It's around, it's the
37.
Queensboro Bridge. Today it's Mayor Koch.
Well, we discussed this before. Back in 37, there was no George Washington Bridge. There was only King Charles III Bridge.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think I said that in the Buster Keaton one.
Yeah, I think so. And I tried to follow up with the GW. You told me, like, when George Bush, that's how old we are, when George Bush Jr. was in office, you go, oh, they already named a bridge after him in New York. I was like, really? What? You go, that's GW. You got me good with that one.
I'm waiting for another president with the GW. I'm no good. I like to hang out in the piers, and
I don't see. That's what I don't understand. Like, why is he saying like we can't be together just because you were grossed out by cockroaches? Of course. I mean, and she still wants to be with him. So what's his problem? You don't have to live with her cockroaches.
Right, yeah, just stay in your apartment.
But it might be that he wants to be with her name's not Darcy.
Why you keep looking her name up?
Yeah, because I keep on forgetting her name. Drina. He wants to be with Drina because Drina is a poor person like him, I guess. So that's it. It's over.
Oh, hey, what you got cooking? Couple boards?
They're just burning.
Mind if I throw in something?
Burning fire.
There must be some store like, who the fuck broke my wood? Took my boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's garbage.
The UPS store next door.
There's Tommy, right? He's still.
Oh, he's going to overhear it over the fire. Oh, they got a lot of bowing.
What do you say, Sag? What do you say? How many times did I tell you kids to get out of here?
Stop burning shit outside the apartment.
He goes, how many times did I tell you kids to get out of here? And then Spit goes, we just left. It doesn't make sense.
I got 5 hours of sleep before 4 hours of sleep, and then I got to go back to the goddamn Italian restaurant.
Here, turn it up now, because we're going to overhear. We'll find out that he snitched.
He was looking for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was going to give you $5. I think it was $5 for snitching on who done it.
Yeah, where is he? Which way did he go?
Did you switch on Tommy?
You're right. What's that to you? And you?
You snitched.
Shut up. You get your lunch in a minute. Well, where is he? Which way did he go? I want that.
There you go. Big punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for snitching.
Tackled. This is
finally some fighting. This is like every minute of the other movies.
Smack. Knife.
Oh no! No, not the Niff.
Well, it's called the mark of the squealer, and we learned it earlier. It's a little line you do from your cheek to the edge of your lip. It's called the mark of the squealer. We found another kid with it. There was a rival gang. So now Dave is the voice of reason.
Right.
Don't do this.
Oh, gee whiz.
Decides, I'm not only am I not going to do this, I'm going to give myself into the authorities. And I don't understand why he does it. Yeah, have you seen Tommy? Yeah, I saw Tommy. He was about to cut my face. The little brat of yours.
Just because I'm a snitch.
Yeah.
Crap boy, every time you get in trouble, she's young and pretty and decent. She ought to have something too.
Oh, you've been saying
he's
talking nice about her behind her back.
Get old working for you. Listen, I've seen you before. That
pretty damning.
And one of them today. Start out with knives and end up with guns.
You're saying if you go into reform school, you'll definitely be a criminal. You'll become a criminal.
Oh, they could teach me to be a criminal? No, you're missing the point.
It's like college of crime.
Yeah, at the school of hard knocks, shall we?
I don't know why he decides that he's going to give himself up, because he can easily, I don't know, he's just going to go to reform school. After that talk that Dave just gave him, right now he's saying, maybe they'll let me go.
No, here we go. The cops crashing down. Oh, is that Too Much Grow? Oh, groceries.
Something tells me I should have researched this cop. His face looks familiar. And it's not because I saw this movie a bunch of times.
I want to hear the...
Wait, I'll call Mr. Griswold. Now you hold him here. Do you hear me? Don't you tell me what to do.
So, all right there. Oh, please. Please. We want to be around for the next 5 movies. None of the kids are like, well, we also beat the shit out of him.
No, none of the other kids are like that. Now, here's the dad, and he will unrelentlessly insist that this kid be thrown in jail. They will appeal to him left and appeal to him right, and do different, come at him in different angles, and he'll have none of it. He's always ready to say,
My brother is a judge.
No, he's like, if you don't address this, he's free to hurt somebody and even kill somebody. Yes, he made a mistake. He made a mistake. He goes, I have a half-inch deep cut in my hand. You're calling that a mistake. Being sorry won't make this better. Sending him to reform school will.
Oh, he's really fucked.
Yeah, and he was the one. They'll take him from the gutter and give him a useful trade.
Uh-huh.
Taught him a useful trade, didn't it? We'll teach this kid one, too. That will be up to him. There's nothing else I can do.
There's everything you can do.
No, the zoo's closing and he has to go back to his fellow penguins.
There's nothing else I can zoo.
There's nothing else I can zoom. Click, leave. Oh, he's got a cut on his face. You think he was a squealer?
Reminding him, okay, he cut me. That's bad. But today he beat the shit out of my son for no good reason. And he's not wrong about that.
No, the dad's calling it.
The thing is, we know Tommy personally, and he did do that, but he can promise never to do it again. I don't know.
Things like cigarettes and that. Well, this guy smoking knows a lot of swole racket for Tommy when he gets out.
Oh, way to go. Well, what did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying when he gets out of reform school, I got a guy who sells cigarettes on the side.
Now, his name in the film is TB, and he has tuberculosis. Yeah. Now he's like, don't worry, we'll get him the best lawyer we can buy. And she's like, the fucking what? Hello? Yeah, a crap lawyer. We better call Saul. The best money. And he goes, no, I got all the reward money from Babyface. I
was on a bus stop and I was sitting on the bench, and lo and behold, there was a lawyer's name right behind it. We better call Saul.
His name was Jimmy McGill. So this is how we're going to end. Like, he doesn't say, I want to be with you, I love you, marry me or something. He's just like, you and I will fight this together, and I've got the money, and we're going to, you're going to get a break from this. And we just see they're sort of like, I don't know if they ever were boyfriend and girlfriend, and
they were holding hands
just now, but not before.
Hey, what you trying to do? That's a night fire.
Oh,
I just went through the woods. Got all that wood.
Turn on the sound. Our movie's ending now.
So they don't care their friend's gone?
I don't think that's fair to say they don't care.
Oh no, this movie's not ending?
Yeah.
I want to watch more of the Deadhead Kids.
Look at this great set. Well, everything's resolved. I mean, Babyface is dead. Dave has made his girl decision. Tommy's turned himself in. You see how they're flashing the lights back there to make you think it's real?
Right, sure. That's nighttime.
It was mostly real, and then they had miniatures and a painting.
And this film was passed through the anus of the National Board of Review.
Yeah, it was.
It was a Bronx cheer. Carl, speaking of Bronx cheers, what did you think of this movie?
I enjoyed this movie. I think it was well done. Of course, it was its quirky 1930s self. What can you do about that? We're from a different culture. But it was neat to see the Bowery Boys get born. Of course, they're the Dead End Kids at this point. And I don't know, it was also neat to see that woman who would go on to be in Beetlejuice and Mars Attacks.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And it was great to see Humphrey Bogart, right? Like a role that's not like, because he's he's an overexposed actor in the sense that you're always going to hear the same bunch of movies, right? Like,
yeah.
So it's nice to see just another film that he did.
Right. He is like iconic. Like, he wasn't in a lot of things, but it's like he was the typical 1940s gangster dude. I don't know. He represented it. I enjoyed the film for his performance as well.
Yeah, me too. It was a good performance. And I thought the Oscar was greatly deserved to be the actor. That was a well-deserved Oscar. It wasn't like no. Yeah, it was fine.
Well, she didn't win. She was only nominated. I had that wrong. She did go on to win an Oscar for other work she's done. And she was in 2 other films, including Key Largo, with Humphrey Bogart.
Well, very nice. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did Dead End from 1937, the first of many Bowery Street Boy movies. This one with Humphrey Bogart. Carl, that was a lot of fun. We'll be back next Sunday.
Yep.
As you know, we are on Mutiny Radio right now, and before the 4 p.m. show kicks it off, Lazy Sundays, we'll be back next week on Sunday, and you can follow us on our podcast, LWAFLMOYT. You can follow us on YouTube, LWAFLMOYT. And you can follow us on Facebook at Let's Watch a Full-Length Movie on YouTube.
Yeah,
and you can follow us on Discord at LWAFLMOYT. Carl, next week's movie, that is what you are. That is what you are. Yes, it's newspaper reporter Brenda Starr.
Brenda Starr.
Yeah, that is superstar.
I think.
All right, so I found Video Detective has a trailer.
Okay. I can't find. Oh, here's my cell phone. Why don't you go ahead and you do the countdown?
All right.
My phone's not jumping out and biting me here.
No problem. All right. So the countdown is 3, 2.
Wait.
Oh, you got it.
What we're talking about now. What are we looking up? Trailer Brenda Starr 1989. What channel do you like?
It's called Video Detective.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did say that. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
No, but I just confirmed it.
Okay. So trailer. Trailer. Oh, it knew what I was saying. It's my accent. Brenda Starr, 1989. And
Brenda fucking Starr.
And we like Video Detective.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. You count down.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. A lot of black up front. Ooh, a TriStar picture. That's a Pegasus, not a unicorn.
Right.
They never met.
Columbia TriStar. That's interesting.
Well, Columbia's the lady. At home video. I don't think it was a hit on movie-wise in the theater.
It made $67,000. I wouldn't call that a hit, right?
Right.
Probably a horrible flop. James Bond is in it.
You know the comic strip, right?
Yeah, sure. Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Sunday Funnies, I mean.
Sunday Funnies, yeah. It wasn't never a cartoon show. Dick Miller. Those poor piranhas.
Look at all this action.
This is great.
Much more than your average reporter. Much more than any man could handle.
Brooke.
You. She's a star.
Yes. She is.
Brooke Shields and Timothy Dalton in Brenda Starr.
Oh, I can't wait. I guess. Well, this is the second time we've had Brooke Shields before. She was in Here's a Good You Kid and Pinball. Tilt.
Right.
The
Tilt.
Pinball Epic.
Yeah.
And so we're a big fan. And
and Furry Vengeance.
Right. That's right. With Furry Vengeance.
So she's a friend of the show.
Yeah. So we're really excited to watch her big film. Notoriously known for not really hitting the theaters or being a flop, but found a cult history in the video box. So we're really excited to bring this one up. So take a listen to us. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on podcast. Follow us here every Mutiny Radio. And we'll be back next week. Thank you, Carl, for everything.
Thank you, Mike. I'm glad to be here.
And thank you, audience. See you next week.
Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman. Let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Mike Spiegelman. It's been over 1 long year watching movies bad, strange, and weird, commandeered by Michael. Hi, this is Carl. I'm Mike's friend. I wrote this song. My turn-ons are French poodles, Chinese noodles, and German strudels. You should follow me on Twitter. It's Jokes to Carl. That's the French duh, not the duh. Now let's watch a full-length movie on YouTube with Michael